Well, breaking news now. In a historic and unprecedented vote, the UK is breaking away from the European Union.
The shocking vote is having a ripple effect, including the exit of British Prime Minister David Cameron. And this morning, Fox 19 Now's Cherise Gibson has the latest at the alert desk.
Yeah, this is not the way some believe the vote would go, but it is official. The UK will become the first ever country to leave the 28-country bloc of the European Union, and the fallout has already started. Now, just moments ago, Prime Minister David Cameron, he announced that he will resign by October as a result of this vote. He says he will respect the voters' choice to leave the European Union, but he does not feel comfortable being the captain leading this ship through the tough negotiations. The fallout from this financially has already started, with British stocks plunging as the markets open and investors react to the news. Now, so where do they go from here? How does this affect the stock markets right here in the U.S.? What is the reaction we're seeing across the board over what's now being called Brexit? I'm covering it all this morning, all morning long, right here on the alert desk and on my Twitter. You don't want to miss it. Dan, Kara.
Thank you, Cherise. Yeah, long-running impact here, too. Also breaking now, one person is dead after a one-car crash in North Fairmont. The car smashed into the Talbert house at Beekman and Carl Street, killing the driver and sending the passenger in the vehicle to the hospital. No word on how they are doing at this hour.
It's a story you will only see right here on Fox 19 Now. A murder suspect goes after a police officer's gun. Fox 19 Now's Jessica Brown is live to break it all down.
Yeah, crazy video here. It happened in a matter of seconds when handcuffs are being switched out here. This video we have shows the battle between Thomas Robinson and a Cincinnati police officer. Now, Robinson was being questioned and processed on Tuesday and is currently facing murder charges. So watch closely here. As Robinson's cuffs are being switched out, he takes a quick look at the officer's firearm, and then in the blink of an eye, this happens. Robinson makes his move and gets a hand on the officer's gun. Well, as officers try to restrain him, you can hear Robinson yell, "Kill me," 6 times during the battle for the gun. The fight for the weapon lasts about 13 seconds before police are able to force Robinson on the ground by using their tasers. Robinson will likely face additional charges for this incident.
I think it's an opportunity for the city and for Reds fans all over to really celebrate something, and that's really kind of coming home and being re-embraced by his family here.
This weekend, Pete Rose will finally get into the Hall of Fame, the Reds Hall of Fame. The coronation of the hit king is one of many things taking place over the next few days. Fox 19 Now's Jordan Valline's live at Great American Ballpark with details on how you can take part. And Jordan, it all starts today.
That's right. Yeah, the big weekend kicks off later on tonight, so it might be a little quiet right now down here at the ballpark, but that certainly is not going to be the case throughout this whole weekend. Of course, people are going to be packing in here for the Hall of Fame induction weekend. So tonight, what it's going to be is the 1976 World Series champion celebration. So Rose, along with players like Johnny Bench, will be honored on the field during a pregame ceremony. The Reds will also be wearing their 1976 throwback uniform. And as for tomorrow, that's going to be the very, very big day I know a lot of people are looking forward to. This is going to be the Reds Hall of Fame induction honoring Pete Rose. That's going to take place at 4:10 tomorrow afternoon, and then Sunday at 1:10 in the afternoon, Pete Rose's number 14 jersey will be retired. So again, a lot to look forward to. There are also a lot of giveaways to look forward to. I'll tell you guys about that throughout the morning. For now, reporting live, Jordan Valline's Fox 19 Now.
Jordan, thank you. A court says UC President Santa Ono will have to testify in the trial of former UC officer Ray Tensing. Now, Tensing's defense team filed a motion asking for Ono's testimony in the deadly shooting of DuBose during a traffic stop last summer. Now, Judge Megan Shanahan approved the motion late last night. Tensing is facing murder and voluntary manslaughter charges. The murder trial is set to begin on October 24th.
A lot of places are still cleaning up damage this morning after severe weather that moved throughout the tri-state yesterday. This is video from Owen County where, as you can see, they saw a lot of flash flooding. And take a look at this damage in Waynesville. A lot of trees uprooted there. Thankfully, no reports of any injuries after yesterday's storms, but a lot of folks have been calling their insurance adjuster.
Absolutely, and I think a lot of those people want a sunny and warm weekend moving forward.
Yeah, I know. There's still more cleanup to take place, Frank. So what does the weekend look like?
Especially
Newly released video shows exactly what happened in an officer-involved shooting over the weekend.
Well, police say this man, 25-year-old Jawari Porter, He's the one involved. They say he was shoplifting at the Vine Street Kroger and threatened a security guard with a knife. You can see that right there. Well, police say Porter made off with Gatorade, beer, and a pack of cookies.
And now about 10 minutes later, Porter was spotted near Government Square. In the distance, you see that police cruiser approach before Porter actually goes up to the officer, runs towards him. You can see he's inside right now. From there, prosecutor Joe Dieter says Porter tried to stab Officer Tony Brucato multiple times before Brucato opens fire and kills him.
Now, court records say Porter attended UC just 6 years ago and was ordered to do several different stints at mental health facilities prior to this weekend's incident.
This man tried to kill a Cincinnati police officer viciously.
Hamilton County Prosecutor Joe Dieter says after reviewing all of that information, the fatal shooting by police was justified and no charges will be filed in this case. So NYPD are on the scene of an officer-involved shooting that happened early this morning.
Charisse has been tracking this for you, and what do we know so far?
Right now, we're waiting to hear from the NYPD's police chief. Take a look at this. I've been following along. This is the Assistant Commissioner for Communication and Public Information page. He had just said just a few minutes ago that they will be updating reporters from the scene of that shooting in the Bronx in just a few minutes. Actually, I saw another tweet that said that this will be starting in about 5 minutes. Take a look at video from the scene. Still a heavy police presence this morning. What we know so far is a man grabbed an NYPD officer's gun during a struggle, fired off 15 rounds, killing an innocent bystander. Well, that man was then shot by a police officer twice in the chest. This all happened in the Bronx. The suspect is in the hospital right now and again waiting on word from the NYPD, and we'll be sure to bring it to you here at the Alert Desk. Kara.
A body found in central Kentucky has been identified as Robert Jones, the Florence man who went missing with his girlfriend last month. Jones' remains were found Friday off the side of Goshen Road in US 60, about 20 miles from Lexington. On July 8th, investigators said they found evidence indicating Jones and his girlfriend, Crystal Warner, were dead. Police are still searching for her body. 52-year-old Craig Pennington has been charged with the murder in this case. He rented a cabin from the couple. Police say he was behind on his rent.
The Hamilton County prosecutor and the health department, I should say, cracking down on the heroin epidemic in a big way. The health department is actually handing out these posters. They're going to go to more than 2,500 licensed businesses, many of them restaurants. They talk about the signs and the facts and symptoms tied to heroin use.
We want to put as many people on notice on what are the symptoms of opioid addiction, and most importantly, how you can save their life.
All right, so 23 people are killed by heroin and opioids weekly in Ohio, and 1 in 5 Ohioans knows someone addicted to heroin. If you want one of those signs to hang in your business, contact the Hamilton County Health Department. All right, so Delta is back on track this morning after major system-wide outages grounded the airlines worldwide. Now, 450 flights were canceled as a result, and many travelers are still trying to get to their destinations this morning. Fox 19 Now, Sarah Selly is live at CVG with an update, and the crowds have gone, but still people searching for flights across the country.
Yes, and even here at CVG, some of those canceled and delayed flights rolled into today, and so those folks are experiencing some headaches. You can see it this morning. This is pretty much what it looks like on a normal morning here at Cincinnati's airport. And Delta says if your flight was canceled or significantly delayed due to that outage, you are entitled to a refund. They're going to allow for a one-time change to the ticket. It applies to impacted travel through today, and the ticket has to be reissued on or before August 12th. Rebooked travel must begin no later than the 12th. The company is also waiving its change fees of $200. Delta not saying how it defines significant delays, but the CEO has apologized this morning for all of the impact. Reporting live, Sarah Selly, Fox 19 Now.
Yeah, what a mess. Glad it's getting cleared up for those travelers. Hey, who wants some free cheese? Skyline Chili letting you tack on 50% more cheese with no charge. They're bringing back the Skyway through August 28th, which adds a lot more cheese on your delicious 3, 4, or 5-way chili. I've already had 8 people share this on my Facebook. So tell your friends about it. Share it on Facebook.
Why would you not?
I know.
It's a good message to put out there. All right, so bad news if you like watching Hulu. You're going to have to pay up. The streaming service will now only be available to subscribers. Before, some content was free, while premium stuff was limited to account users. Officials say the move was necessary so they can keep adding more original content and expand its film and TV library.
Your personality traits could be the reason you just can't put down the smartphone. Most Americans check their phone every 6 minutes, but certain people are more addicted than others. Baylor University researchers found people who were more emotional tended to check their phone more often. Outgoing and even materialistic people also looked at their phones quite frequently.
All right. No comment from here. It's a mouth-to-mouth rescue you have never seen before. Frank was about to run in, and it seemed like those attributes.
He's not materialistic.
No, not at all.
Hey, and your dog is about to get a lot more comfortable. Take a selfie, it'll last longer. This is at the airport, a new invention that makes traveling with your pets easier, especially on days, you know, when a whole airline shuts down.
Absolutely. We'll tell you about it coming up.